There's so many things I wish I knew or was told when I started my music business that I know now. Yeah, you're right. It's all part of the journey, it's all part of the process, these things that you pick up over time. But I feel if I knew these things at the beginning, maybe I wouldn't have made certain mistakes, I would have done things different, and I would have known what to expect. What's going on, it's Casey, welcome back to my channel, hope you're well. So today's video I want to talk about some things I wish I knew when I started. I wish I was told when I started my music business. Been in business since 2015. Well, if you know my backstory, I started making beats in 2001 on the PlayStation 2. And yes, obviously the beats wasn't cutting it and I needed to know more on how to progress and make beats that I could hear on the radio, like your Timberlands and your Daniel Bedingfields. And yeah, because Daniel Bedingfield was one of the reasons why I started making beats, because I know I say it all the time, but I heard that he made Gotta Get Through This in his bedroom. So I thought, yeah, I can do that. That is something I want to do because I always loved beats, music. Wasn't really into lyrics, more bass. Had some heavyweight Jamo speakers back in the day. I used to have them blowing in my block, making up loads of noise and getting on my neighbours' nerves. Once I've got an idea of how to put sounds together in the PlayStation 2, went to college, learned a bit more, but I wish I was told that I didn't really need to go college. I didn't really need to go uni, but I felt in myself that it's something that I needed to do because there's pros and cons to everything. The good thing about going college and uni, you got guidelines, you got assignments to do, you can get feedback straight away from your tutors, you can connect with other people who's in the same position as you, like the other students, and you get to go to industry events and network, and you get told what to do because you're working to a curriculum, you're doing assignments, so the teacher's marking your work, you're listening to your beats or the music that you're doing, so there you can get some feedback and you're kind of guided through the steps, and then at the end of it you get your certificate. But did I really need that? Do you need it? I'm gonna say yeah, I did need it, but you might not. It's not for everyone. I've learned so much, probably more, from YouTube. I see YouTube as my university. I'm still learning. Like I always say, the learning never stops. But what I did like about going to college and uni, it gave me the confidence to say that yeah, I can stick to deadlines, I've gone through the steps of early stages of a beat maker, progressing to get levels of what the tutor says is a good standard of beat making or mixing. So that gave me the confidence once I've done that to come out and start my own business. But like I said, it's not for everyone. You don't have to do that to start your business. 2013, I broke my knee, gave me time to start thinking about what I want to do with myself, because I had a lot of time on my hands to just sit there and read and research what it takes to sell beats. So that's what I've done. So I had a couple of beats. I probably had like 11 good beats, and I decided to start a website. I was told that it's possible for me to put my beats online for artists to go and buy. So I thought, yeah, that's amazing. So the first thing I thought was make a website, put my 11 beats on there, and then just sit back and wait for rappers and artists to come and buy my beats. It doesn't go like that at all. Like, there's so much more you got to do than just slapping beats on a website or a beat player and think that artists are going to find you. Because in my mind, I thought I was the only one doing it. I thought I was the first one to do it, or one of the first, but that wasn't the case. There's a whole heap of producers already doing it, already making a good living and already killing. As I put my beats on the website, my prices for my beats when I first started was $9.99. So that's like £7 or something like that. And I thought, yeah, that's a good price to do it. But I didn't realize, or I wasn't told, maybe one person told me, but I didn't really believe them. But by pricing myself so low, anyone that comes to my website to buy beats would think, why are these beats so low? There must be a reason, there must be something wrong with them. But I didn't really understand that logic until now, because yeah, it's good to have like a low price because you're just starting selling your beats or you're selling your mixing services. But the psychology behind it is making people think, I don't know about this, because if you look at something that's a bit pricier, a higher price, you probably feel like it's got more value to you. Whereas when it's a lower price, it's like you're putting yourself in a market where everyone's fighting for that space. You're gonna have to kind of get out of that space or that target market. But if it's working for you and you're selling beats at $9.99 or $19.99, then roll with it. All I'm saying is I wish I knew this when I started, that pricing plays a big part in how people perceive you and your brand. So I wish I knew about time wasters and how to deal with time wasters. At first it was hard to spot, but as I've grown and continue to put myself out there and artists coming to reach me and I'm dealing with artists, I can kind of tell now who is wasting my time or who's serious. And one of the best ways to do that is say your price, say your rates, tell them, or even ask them their budget, because straight away they know that you're not doing it for free.
I'm really stepping up my game. These gotta start paying me for this. Can't get no more free, Randy.
And yeah, it's cool to do stuff for free, especially when you're starting and you're trying to build your portfolio and get yourself out there. That's fine. I recommend doing that, but you're not going to be able to pay your bills with free. But there's a way of doing it as well. I wouldn't go straight into the conversation with someone and say, yeah, this is my price, this is my rate, because that's not how you build a rapport, relationship with a person. Some people don't want to hear all the long talking. They just want to get straight to the point. How much? What's your beat prices? More often than not, they're not the people I want to work with. with. I want to see what they're about, what their goals are, how long they've been working on music, and yeah, just see if you're on the same level, same wave. So that's time wasters and knowing when and how to deal with them. So going back to being at uni and college and having deadlines and having someone tell you what to do, when to do. One of the big things about running your own business is just you're on your own. Unless you've got a team, you're on your own. You're your own boss. You're telling yourself when you're having a break, you're telling yourself how long you're gonna work for, you're telling yourself what time you're getting up, what time you're finishing, how much work you're putting out. Are you having a day off or are you having a week's holiday? The onus is on you. Like everything is on you. So if you're not disciplined and you like to procrastinate, you might struggle a little bit. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I don't procrastinate, because I do, heavy on procrastinating. But I know when I need to put work in. I know when stuff needs to get done. I like FIFA, I like games, playing games and stuff. Like, who doesn't? And if you don't, well, that's good for you. But yeah, just having that discipline, knowing that it's all on you to get stuff done. Another thing that I wish I knew was the lack of support that you're gonna get. So I thought by knowing so many people that they would automatically support me in what I'm doing. But I wish I knew then what I know now, because they don't have to support you. It's entirely up to them if they want to support you, and if they do support you, then that's amazing. But they don't have to support you. It's your dream, it's your vision, it's your goal. God didn't give them your vision, so it's yours, and it's 100% okay for them not to support you. Don't feel let down or bad that they're not supporting you, because as you grow and start to build, then gradually see what you said you're doing, or what you said you're gonna do, you are doing it. It's manifested, you've made it happen. So they're naturally gonna start supporting you, but don't be surprised if they don't support you in the beginning. It's just life, it's just people, it's just how we are as people. We don't really understand what a person is doing in the beginning, because you think, it's just talk, and then when they see that you're like a dog with a bone and you're just not letting go, then they see that, okay, this guy or this girl is serious about what they're doing. Let's support. Another thing I wish I knew when I started is how much of a poverty mindset I had back then compared to now, because I didn't realize that mindset of lack and poverty can make you want to grab every opportunity that comes along. I was doing mixes for £25 when I started. £25 a mix. £25 a mix. Beats at £9.99. Like I don't know what I was expecting, I don't know what I was doing. And yeah, it's all a learning curve. But switching up that mindset of lack and poverty, shifting paradigms, changed everything for me. I don't feel the need to jump on every opportunity. Don't get me wrong, I'm not where I want to be. I don't want to come across pompous like, oh, I don't need to work with any artists. It's not that. It's just I don't feel the need to grab every opportunity in the way that I used to. I've learned by listening to my mentors on YouTube and on Insta that sometimes when you say no to opportunity, you're actually saying yes to a much better and bigger opportunity. So with that in mind, it frees you from selling yourself short and knowing your worth. That's one of the biggest things for me. So by changing that mindset, when artists come to me or when they come to you, if you can get to a point where they should want to work with you, make them chase you respectfully. Another thing I wish I knew was bookkeeping, saving money, paying myself. These things, I feel like I should have been taught this in school. Maybe I wasn't listening. Bookkeeping, saving, write-offs, understanding that I will have to pay tax on money earned through my business, setting up a business bank account, yeah, just handling money and putting money back into the business. Like, it's easy to start making money and then thinking, yeah, like I've made a couple hundred or whatever it is you've made, and you feel like you want to start splashing out because you're seeing some new Air Max or whatever it is you like to spend your money on, because it can make you feel like you're doing well. Like when you start to see some money coming in, you're thinking, yeah, I can splash out on that, I can pay for this, pay for that. But then if you haven't saved no money, like a good couple months worth of income earnings, then what's going to happen if you have a dry month or you have an accident or something happens where you're unable to work for a bit? So just being astute with money and knowing how to handle money is a big deal. It's one of them things that I wish I knew from the beginning, and that's through life as well. Staying on the topic of money, I want to talk about paying for subscriptions and plugins and equipment. As you start to build and grow, you're going to start wanting to buy more equipment and plugins and stuff for your business, and this is all good. Like, do that. These things can be written off when it comes to doing your tax return. I'm not 100% on what can be written off, so do some research in that and make sure that you're doing the right thing, so the tax man don't come and chase it down and tell you owe a whole heap of money. Save some. My motto is, you can't buy it twice, you can't afford it, so leave it. Another thing I wish I knew when I started is there's going to be times when I have imposter syndrome. If you don't know what imposter syndrome is, it's an actual thing where you feel like I'm an imposter. Like, created all these beats, I've done all these mixes, but did I fluke it? Like, can I do it again? Like, you might listen to some old beats. I do it. I listen to some old beats and think, like, wow, did I really make that beat? Especially when I got like beat block or something like that, and then someone comes in and says, oh, I need a custom beat, and you start to question yourself, and you're thinking, I don't know if I can do this. But then you can. It's you. It's in you. That's you. Music is you. So don't ever doubt yourself. Don't ever feel like you're an imposter. But it will creep in from time to time. And following on from imposter syndrome is dealing with burnout. Like, I've got a family, wife, kids, part-time job, and running this business and doing YouTube videos, and juggling all of that can get heavy. I wish I knew from the start how to schedule my day, how to deal with burnout. Taking breaks is fine. There's nothing wrong with taking a break. I've just took a 2-month break. I didn't really want to take the break because I thought it would make things worse, but I'm going to do a video on that, showing what happened in that 2-month break, especially with YouTube, and same with my music business, with the mixing and mastering and beat selling. Yeah, so don't be afraid to take a break if you're feeling burnout. That's one of the things I wish I knew in the beginning. So another thing I wish I knew was backing up data. Hard drives are gonna fail. I remember being told in uni or college that if data doesn't exist in more than one place, then it doesn't exist. It needs to be backed up on a backup. And a time machine, if you're using Mac or if you're using PC, I don't know how you do it on there. I've got 4 external hard drives. Obviously the Mac hard drive as well. I think that's about a terabyte on there. I think in total, my terabytes, I've got probably about 8 terabytes. Might sound like a lot to some, might sound like is that all to others. The main time machine is back, got like everything on that. I also used, got some hard drives with files that have been backed up, and I just keep a backup of a backup just in case of anything. And also I got Dropbox as well, which helps. So if you haven't got Dropbox to back your stuff up on, then Dropbox is the way forward. Also, just being told about how long it's going to take to see some success. I've been in business, like I said, from 2015. I've been making beats since 2001. I graduated in 2011. Yeah, 2011 with music production degree, and then 2018 with a branding advertising masters. Can't remember what the date was. That's a long time. There's been loads of times where I thought to myself, I might as well just quit doing this and just get a real job and do a 9 to 5 where I know that I'm gonna get paid 12 times a year. But being the way that I am, I knew that I just have to keep going. My wife telling me, helping me to stay up and stay focused and to keep going, because yeah, I would have definitely quit a long time ago. Wouldn't be here now talking to you. Once you've got a vision and you're working towards what your goals are, there will eventually come a time when you're gonna get that breakthrough. It's gonna creep up on you as well, because I know if you see them quotes, it says something that about, remember the stuff that you once prayed for that you're now living, or something along them lines. So yeah, eventually it's gonna happen. If you're putting the work in, you're being true to yourself, you're doing good things, you're putting out good work, then you're gonna see breakthrough is gonna happen. And I wish I was told that from the beginning, so that I would just worry less, work more, knowing that it's already there. That goal that you're working towards is there already. You just gotta wait and go forward, keep going. It's gonna happen. You gotta just keep going and you will see success. If you've got any questions for me, feel free to hit me up on Insta. If you're not following me already, follow me on Insta. If you like this sort of videos, be sure to check out my playlist to help you level up or to build your brand. If you like this video at all, hit that like button. If you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you hit the notification bell as well, so you get notified anytime I put up a new video. Appreciate your time.